Hey guys, welcome to the Homestead. This last week on Twitter, someone posted a video that I have seen many times go around on the internet. It was this video of these Chinese women marching, and along with that, it was the music of Command and Conquer, a video game back in the 90s. Video game that it was a strategic game, strategy-based game back in the 90s. I played kind of along with Age of Empires, if you know what that is. Anyway, very popular music, and it just kind of goes along with this communist march that you're seeing in the video. And the guy who posted it, here it is on screen, from Stocking Mill Coffee, he says, a 6'2" corn-fed paratrooper full of nicotine and MRE chili mac would make quick work of this pageantry. Pageantry is what he called it. And so now this is something that I feel pretty strongly about, but it is my opinion and my opinion only, because before I have made comments about videos coming out from either National Guard units or active military units where they can't march. Now, me being a veteran, having that experience, I know that one of the first things they do when you get into basic training is drill, and then drill some more, and drill some more. You're going to learn how to march, at least back then. When I was in the military, and this was back, 1996? So it's been a minute. So, I mean, think about it this way. The reason why you drill, and you just do it over and over again is to build that foundational level of discipline. It's a foundational, the very basic level of discipline. That's why they call it basic training. And today, we are seeing National Guard. I made a video not that long ago about the National Guard units responding to the border. Number one, they didn't have weapons. And number two, they were moving in formation, quote unquote, and they weren't in step at all. Now I know this is going to sound like back in my day, and it kind of is. But back in my day, anytime my unit, I was in an infantry unit, anytime my unit went anywhere together, we were in step, in cadence, whether it may have been a song or it may have been just a 1-2, 1-2. It was in cadence, in step. And that was in my line unit when I was deployed to Germany or wherever. You were always in cadence, always marching. And so here is a National Guard unit moving without weapons to the border, which was ridiculous enough. And there's no step, nothing. No foundational basic discipline. Foundational basic discipline. And there's been lots of other videos since then. There was another video, I think, from National Guard units coming out of Oklahoma. And then they're moving out of the auditorium, not in step, in front of cameras. I mean, my goodness. Yes, going alone by a unit is one thing. We always went in step. Always dress right dress. Dress right dress. But to do it in front of cameras, in front of an audience, and you're not in step? What is going on? But the one that always comes up in my mind whenever I see nonsense like this posted on the internet is that basic training video. Pass and review. And none of these recruits who are graduating basic training are in step. None of them. They can't even march. What in the world have you been doing in basic training? Now, I understand not all basic training for different MOSs, different job duties is going to be infantry, combat arms. But for crying out loud, back in my day, son, we all learned that basic foundational level of discipline. This is why, in my opinion, just my opinion, ladies and gentlemen, watching these Chinese ladies march in step, I know, because I've been there, I know what kind of discipline it takes to get that kind of coordination as a group. It takes hours, days, weeks, months of practice to be that good and to look that good. They're not just looking good, they are that good. They have that basic foundational level of discipline. And that's not the kind of army you want to go up against in combat. as someone who has watched lots of historical documentaries and seen, and studied different battlefield commanders throughout history, I love some of the channels I watch. Some of my favorites are History March, Kings and Generals, History Graph, Mark Felton Productions, anything Mark Felton puts out. Just a lot of different channels out there that talk about strategy and different battles throughout history. And you will see that the ones who were disciplined, who were trained well, are the ones who stand fast in combat. And most of the time, they're the ones who come out victorious. Along with what I've talked about before on my channel, the two things that always win on the battlefield are aggression and deception. Aggression and deception. Most of the time, aggression and deception will win you the day. But you got to have troops that are disciplined. You got to have troops that have that foundational level of discipline. And that's why drilling comes first when you go to basic training, or used to. Not today, but they used to. Again, just my opinion. Just my opinion. These ladies will eat your lunch. These ladies will eat your lunch. Now, maybe they're not trained in combat. Maybe they don't have it. Maybe it's just that basic level of foundational discipline that they have and nothing else. I highly doubt it. I sincerely doubt it. I may be wrong. Maybe that's all they got. Maybe it is just pageantry. But I doubt it. And I wouldn't want to bet the farm on it. I think they'll eat your lunch. I think they'll gut you like a fish and then ask for seconds after they finish with their first guts. That's what I'm betting on. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm completely wrong on that. I don't think so, though. Compared to our current military, and there's people out there on this internet who are going to say, oh, don't worry, our military is awesome. My reply was, we don't have 6'2" corn-fed paratroopers anymore. Those China girls are going to show you this is what we are training these days. And it was that picture there. And I also remember a picture a while back where it was a one-star general, I believe, who was shooting this pistol. Now, he's a general, and he's shooting a pistol like this. If this is what we're training in our military these days, if this is what we're promoting these days to be an example to other troopers, we're in big trouble. This one guy says, your camosexual girlfriend is not representative of our armed forces. Stop diminishing our servicemen and women because of your subjective political leanings. And my reply is, okay, pal. This is our military today. These are the people, the brave men and women who serve our country. This one guy, Dread Pirate, says, credit where credit is due. It's quite impressive, and they are all in shape. And that's exactly correct. They're all in shape. Our military cannot brag that. We don't have in-shape troopers anymore. Take a quick look at our military anytime you see them, and many of them are overweight. You can tell they've been eating fast food, and they are not doing PT on a regular and correct basis. This one guy says, apparently Biden's army isn't 6'2" paratroopers. Yes, this is the military that we have today. This is the military. These are our versions of 6'2" paratroopers. Corn-fed. No, it's Big Mac fed, Taco Bell fed paratroopers. That's what we have today. And again, this is all my opinion, subjective opinion. You leave a comment below. Let me know if I'm correct on this. But I think if we get into a conflict, we're going to be in big trouble. Okay. I think the homeland still has enough people who are switched on enough to be able to fend off an attack or get one under control if we have sleeper cells pop up out of nowhere and try to do horrible things. I think the homeland has that ability as long as we have that Second Amendment still to fend that off. But as far as we just had, our technology is off the charts. I mean, our naval supremacy is off the charts. But we have incompetent people running these things now. What was it? That officer not that long ago who installed Wi-Fi on her battleship. I mean, it's not a battleship, but it was a warship for sure. And the Wi-Fi basically completely compromised the ship's security. Absolute insanity. Because she wanted to be able to surf Facebook while out at sea on deployment. You can't deny her Facebook. What kind of person are you? We're in big trouble, folks. We don't know how to train armies anymore. Armies are supposed to be able to destroy and break things. That's what their job is. And we have lost that ability, in my opinion. my subjective opinion. What is your opinion? I'd love to know your thoughts. Getting back to that, Taco Bell and Whoppers and Big Macs, Whole Foods are the way to go. If you want to be more healthy in this world today, you can think about whole food and probiotics. You can grow your own probiotics right at home. The video is sponsored by Perfect Pickler. You can pick these up at perfectpickler.com. They are shipping right now. Vegetable fermenting kit. These are going to give you way more probiotics than any of the stuff you're going to buy in the store. And in fact, I did that video a while back, just a few weeks ago, showing you that most of the stuff that says they have probiotics in the store is a complete and total lie. Once tested and brought into a lab, they find that these are complete and total lies. The only way you're going to get probiotics is to make it from home. That's how you're sure you're going to get what you're going to get. It's like anything in life. Most stuff out there is a bunch of garbage. If you want to do it yourself. Leave a comment below. All right, love you guys. See you next time at the Homestead. Bye. Have you ever gone to a health food store and seen all those small bottles of probiotics in your cooler section? Man, can they be pricey. Are you really getting all you need to improve your gut health from those expensive bottles? How viable are they? Most of those products claim to give you between 8 and 15 strains of gut-healthy healing bacteria. Think of each strain of bacteria as a different factory in your gut. Each factory is responsible for breaking down that food in its own way. The more factories you have, the more the food is broken down and the easier the food is absorbed and digested by the body. A 2018 study published by the National Library of Medicine shows that one fermented head of cabbage can produce up to 114 strains of beneficial bacteria. That's a lot more food factories than you're getting from that expensive pill bottle. And that's just cabbage. Imagine the probiotics when you add garlic, onions, pepper, and more to that ferment. PerfectPickler.com and its home fermentation kits provide you with everything you need to get started making your own gut-healthy food factories from the comfort of your own kitchen. PerfectPickler.com even provides a jam-packed recipe book with many of our kits. Visit PerfectPickler.com and start fermenting your own veggies to begin your journey to better gut health. That's PerfectPickler.com. Hey guys, did you know you can become a patron of an American Homestead? They get access to private videos, and we send them gifts from the Homestead that we make here on the Homestead. And we also enter our patrons into special giveaways that are only available to them. And before you go, please check out these other great videos. Go ahead, click. Oh wait.